welcome back to the channel. So for anybody that's new here, my name is Emma and I buy and sell vintage jewellery. I make handmade jewellery, so things like this, where I upcycle broken jewellery, beads, clasps, that kind of thing, and make new designs. So today is a cheeky little midweek haul. So I popped out, I needed some essentials, so I was only really popping out to get things like toothpaste and that kind of stuff. And where I wanted to park, they closed the road off, so I had to rejig my plans, and I ended up at the other side of town. So I popped into Scope, the big one behind the bus station. I went to Sense, Mencap, RSPCA and British Heart Foundation. Oh, and then I popped into the Ridings and went to the hospice shop as well. And yeah, it did not disappoint. This is one of those things where you don't plan to thrift, and then when you do, you pick things up and you're just gobsmacked. So yeah, I've got some really nice things. I've got some 50 pence bargains, which if you know me, you'll know that 50 pence is my favourite price. And then everything else was a bargain, really. So yeah, let's get stuck in. I'll show you what I've got. So the first thing that caught my eye in Scope, I went over and had a look at all the kind of collectibles and decorative stuff. I'm always on the lookout for things that I can use for when I stage my photographs for the jewellery. I like to have either like natural materials, I use slate, wood, and then sometimes crystals and things. And I like to have things to hang earrings and stuff from. So look at that. How Art Deco is that? It's a beautiful fan shape. It's just pressed glass. Probably like a little bud vase or something. The little feet on the bottom. There's a chip on one of the inside bits of the foot there, but you can't see it. So I'm going to give this a clean up because you can probably see it's quite filthy, needs a good clean. But that was the mighty sum of £1.50. So I thought that'll look nice in photographs. I can maybe hang earrings off here. So that's for staging with, so that'll go in my collection. And then I'll show you some of my 50 pence bargains. So this one was from the hospice. They had jewellery kind of dotted about this time. They usually have one big rail with it all on, but they actually had some dotted around the shop, so I had a wander around. And yeah, I really liked the swirly colours in that and the shape. So that was 50 pence. They had loads of necklaces in there as usual. So I picked this one up, which is made up of little tiny metal discs that have got paint on. So they're like a green with a black splash on them, as if someone's flicked with a paintbrush. But I quite like that. It's quite a long one. And that was only 50p. This is more kind of fashion jewellery, not the usual thing I would pick up, but I do sell this over on eBay, and the quality of this was really good. And again, it was 50 pence. So it's a lovely light gold tone chain with all these different kind of shaped links, different oval shapes. Some of them are flat and some of them are made of like a round wire. And then the fastening is at the bottom, so it's got a toggle clasp, and then it's got this lovely tassel at the bottom as well. So I thought somebody would like that. There's no markings on it, which is a shame really, because it is really, really good quality. But yeah, not bad for 50p. And then this one was from the hospice as well. Does have a little barrel clasp on it, but I don't think it's vintage. It looks like it's been threaded onto some tiger tail wire, which is more modern. But these beads are gorgeous. So these are glass beads, slightly different shapes, and they've got quite an autumnal feel to them. You probably can't see it in this light, but when you hold them up to the light, they're kind of orange inside, like a really nice burnt orange. So yeah, so that was 50 pence as well. And then my last 50 pence item was this necklace, which again is kind of fashion. It's not really something it's definitely not something I would wear. However, it'll be somebody's cup of tea. I'm just trying to untangle it. So it's got some faux pearls. It's quite a long necklace, and it's got these lovely sections on here. If I turn those round, so they've got rhinestones on them, and then some sections of chain that's kind of graduated in different lengths. Quite nice quality. I could see it had a little tag on it, which I believe says Avon. That was 50p. So there we go. So that's not bad, is it, for a little 50p haul? And then I got some other bits and pieces. So I got some bits in, try to think, scope. So in scope, I picked this one up, and I do recognise the tag, but for the life of me right now I can't remember what the brand is, but it's got a B on that little tag there, a B, and this again is a really nice kind of light gold tone. So it's double stranded. It's got these kind of like little charm things hanging down, little rhinestones in, quite unusual. I really liked it, and these kind of like little tassely pieces. And that was £3, but I thought it's really good quality. It's definitely a brand. I have sold this brand before, but I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, thought that was beautiful. And then the other item I picked up in there was this one, and I could tell it was silver. I haven't polished it up or anything, so if I hold it up you'll be able to see what the tarnish looks like. So yeah, you'll see some kind of darker patches on there, and that's the tarnish, which will just polish away, that's not a problem. It's very lightweight, but it does say 925 just on the inside there. And this is like a mother and child design. So a nice black rope, and then the fastening is also sterling silver as well. So on that little clasp there, it says 925 on the inside. I thought that was a bargain for £3. What else did we get from Scope? I think it was, oh no, I did get one more thing from Scope, but I can't show you that until the end because that's the best find of the day. So what else did we get? Got this one, and this was the clasp caught my eye. You might not be able to see the pattern, but it's got an engraved floral design on here. So it's, at first I thought it was a barrel clasp because of the shape, but it's actually a little pinch clasp. And I suspect that is sterling silver because again it's very, very tarnished. But it's a lovely little black seed bead kind of tubular necklace. And that one was the mighty sum of £1.25. I picked up this one for £1. This is Avon as well. Very, very simple design. There we go. It's got these beautiful little purple beads, and then this double silver tone chain. Like I say, it just says Avon on the little clasp there. It's not bad for £1. And then I managed to, these were from Sense, and when I went in there they've had a bit of a rejig, so I think maybe someone has taken over and done a bit of work on the place, so they've moved things around. They had little areas where things were kind of set up really nice, like behind the till looked lovely. And I told the lady, I said, it's looking really good, and she said that she'd been working hard to kind of move things around and getting it to look a bit more attractive. And she is going to be doing a little craft corner as well, which would be nice. So she was thinking of putting like bags of broken jewellery and kind of fabrics and sewing materials and stuff. So I'm going to keep my eye out for that. So on the counter they had some little baskets, and I got this little souvenir ring. So it's got the blue and the white ceramic inside there with a little, I think it is a windmill. I think this will be from Holland. A little souvenir piece. It's just a little adjustable ring. That was £2. And then I got a couple of pairs of clip-on earrings, which were only £1 each. I thought that was good. This is one of my favourite gemstones. So these are little nuggets of blue lace agate, depends how you pronounce it. And they're little clip-on earrings. I thought they were lovely. And then these kind of more 80s style clip-ons with enamel on. So these are a light gold tone, and then they've got a lovely kind of royal blue enamel on there. And they were only £1 as well. So yeah, that was all of my jewellery finds. And then this one is my last one. and this is the find of the day. So I didn't think it was very much when I picked it up. I kind of thought, oh, that's really cute. That might be nice for a child. It was only £1. So I thought, well, that's a bargain, and maybe it'll come in for kind of a Christmas present or a birthday present. It does need a little polish, but here it is. So you'll see there that there's a little teddy bear on this end here, and then a little clear stone on this end. And it's a nice oval shape, open cuff bangle, got a bit of stretch to it. And it's kind of a, I want to say copper, kind of rose gold colour. Now, it doesn't look like very much, does it? It just looks like a kind of a cheap stacking bangle. I pop it on my wrist there. So it'd fit an adult, or it'd fit a child, I guess. But with it having that little bear on, that's why I thought it was a child's thing. And on the back of the bear, there's some writing. So I thought, oh, maybe it's a particular brand. So I got it home, got my phone out, zoomed in, took a picture of the back of the little bear. So it turns out that this little bracelet is Vermeil 925 sterling silver. And the brand, I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce this right, is Tous, Tous, all capital letters. And I looked the company up, and they've been around for a long time. So they first started out in the 1920s, and yeah, they do, this little bear is kind of their signature thing. So all of their jewellery has got the little bear on, whether it's a bear bead or a bear rhinestone or the little metal bear. And when I looked this up to see how much it would be worth, someone was selling the silver version of this on eBay for £122. And that was only £1. So I was well chuffed with that. I couldn't believe it. I really didn't think it was very much at all. I thought it might have just been like, I don't know, like a Claire's accessories or something. But yeah, it turns out it's a designer piece, which is amazing. Needs a little polish, so I'm going to give that a polish and a clean. And yeah, get that listed. Yeah, I was really, really surprised to say I wasn't even going up to do any thrifting today. That was a lovely surprise. It made the thrifting trip worth it for sure. So there we go. So I spent the mighty sum of £17.25, which for all that jewellery, I don't think that's bad. And yeah, I am over the moon with that bracelet. So if you've had any lucky finds like that, do let me know down in the comments. I love finding out about other people's thrifted treasures and what have you. And feel free to get in touch. I have a few people that message me on Messenger and let me know what they've found whilst they've been out thrifting. So one watcher sent me some images of some beautiful necklaces that she'd found while she was thrifting. And yeah, I love it. I love it when you find treasure and it's just a bargain. So that's me done for today. I'm going to do a little bit of editing this afternoon. I'm going to try and get this out Wednesday, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, energy permitting, I'm going to go to Halifax on Thursday. So I was going to go last week and I just couldn't. So this week I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit cooler. Fingers crossed I'm going to rest tomorrow, so I'll have some energy for Thursday. And I'm going to head to Halifax. There are 9 charity shops there, I believe. I did a little count up. And it all seems to be in the same area as well, so it shouldn't be too much walking around. It looks like they're all within the same kind of spot. So you get off the train station, head over the road, and there's a little marketplace, a little town centre. So I'm going to have a nosy there and see what else we can find. So if you'd like to see what I find in Halifax, then you will catch that video on Sunday. So I release my videos at 5:30 on a Sunday evening. I would also be super, super grateful if you subscribe to the channel. I was looking at my analytics the other day and it's a bit of a 50-50. So half of you that watch the videos regular are subscribers, which is awesome. But then the other half are people that haven't subscribed. So if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to know when videos are coming out, then please do hit that subscribe button. Just before I disappear, I wanted to show you this week's make as well. So this is something that I've made using some materials that have been rescued from broken jewellery. So this twist chain here was rescued from a long broken necklace. So it was in sections, and I took all that apart and I've been able to reuse that in this design. This donut, this is a gemstone donut. I'm not quite sure what gemstone it is. These were beads that I got from the recycle yard in Ossett. I think they were like 20 pence each, something like that. Super cheap, really, really reasonable in there. It's an amazing place. If you haven't been, you must visit the recycle yard. It's fantastic. And then I've got a little amethyst bead in the centre. I have some gold tone beads that were rescued from something else that was broken, and then some little fluorite beads as well on the end. And then this section here is a snake. So this is made out of brass wire that I've obviously wrapped around the donut, shaped into the serpent's body, and then this has been lightly hammered. And then right at the bottom, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it on camera. There we go. Right at the bottom there, I hammer that little section flat and then I shape it. So with my files, I've got some jeweller's files, I shaped the head so it goes into a little point at the bottom. So there we go, that is my sacred serpent necklace. And these are available over on Etsy, and there are only 4 of these. So once these are gone, they're gone. So if you do want one, head over there and snap one up.